He cannot hide his excitement about that new bike, found at a place that gets you riding no matter what your budget is. Hello and welcome. I'm Galen Etlin. Thank you for being here. The Community Cycling Center not only has bikes, but it also sells parts and makes repairs at a reasonable price for people. It made changes because of this pandemic, but as Steve Rutland shows us, their good work continues.
The wheels look pretty skiddable. What I like about biking is the air flowing on your face and just bumping up and down in the dirt.
All of the things we're doing to stay safe during the pandemic is limiting our fun.
You know, his current bike is too small and kind of falling to pieces. It's reached the end of its life, so I knew that they had a selection of used bikes, and that's what we were looking for Henry.
I'll take it on back. I'll make sure that suspension gets working.
For Henry, a new used bike from the Community Cycling Center on Northeast 17th in Alberta is the freedom he's after.
My old bike that I still have, it's at home. It's a Hot Rock, and then new one, Gary Fisher.
To get another bicycle, the center operates in a whole new way.
We still have the separate spaces for folks. We're spreading them out as much as possible. They have to wear a mask when they're at work.
The Community Cycling Center is so careful with how their spaces are used that they wouldn't allow me in to take pictures of their safety measures.
Encouraging folks not to touch their faces. And we have hand sanitizer everywhere. When they get grease and dirt on them, we have to wash them before we hand sanitize them. You can't sanitize dirt.
So Johnny agreed to wear a camera mounted on his head to show you that the spaces are solo ones.
And the human camera.
The tools are specific to each mechanic.
All right, there you go.
And the pickups
We'll call you back within a few hours.
and drop-offs are socially distant.
This is an appointment for a bike purchase. We have pre-picked out several bicycles for them. If people want to purchase parts, they can just come and wait in the queue.
Of course, all of the center's camps and events for the summer had to be canceled right away.
Our first month we were at about 30%, second month 60%, and now we're somewhere at around 80 to 82%.
I like that it's newer. I like the color. Thank you.
But you can still call and set up your appointment for a new, used, tuned, and ready-to-go bicycle.
Oh my goodness, it's the thing that we can do that includes social distancing and being outside, enjoying the beautiful weather and just getting exercise and enjoying the summer.
Susan and Henry are anxious to get home with the Gary Fisher bicycle.
This bike is going to ensure a fun summer of lots of good rides.
Henry is riding outside now, feeling the wind in his face again on a brand new, used bike.
And the Beaverton Farmers Market is adapting to the pandemic. It's offering curbside pickup for food at 2 designated spots.
And you could just ask them to bring the product to one of the 2 loading zones. Like you'll see some flowers sitting down on the ground over there. They're waiting for a pre-order customer. So those people who are still risk averse for whatever reason but want to support their local farmers market, they still have an option for shopping with us.
You can find a list of vendors accepting pre-orders on the Beaverton Farmers Market website. In downtown Portland, a popular cafe is back, and regular customers are excited about the reopening. Our Brian Clerkley stopped by Cheryls on 12th.
Cheryls on 12th is a very popular place to brunch in Portland. And after 3 months of being closed, everyone's excited that they're open. But you're going to notice some changes. Wear a mask like it says right at the door. Enter on one side and exit on the other. There's a sign for that too. Tables are 6 feet apart, plenty of space. Outside tables have barriers between them, and the employees all wear masks too, including the owners, Ed and Cheryl Casey.
You do a lot of things in the restaurant business on a daily basis to protect your customer, so we see these as just additional steps in the current environment.
Tables and floors get cleaned more. There are new rules for the baristas and the kitchen staff, but all these precautions take money.
Right now we're carrying 4 or 5 extra staff members to ensure the safety protocols, and we have less business. That economic doesn't really work for us, obviously, for the long haul.
But customers here say they're going to remain loyal.
I think they're keeping us safe. They're wearing their masks. I love how they put our own little section with the, with the flowers and everything, and it's very cozy.
Well, this is an amazing story. A grassroots effort raises more than $1 million in just a few weeks.
The Portland community showing up, saying that we do believe Black Lives Matter, and we're going to be here for our neighbors.
And when we come back, hear more from the co-founder of the Black Resilience Fund. Well, what started as a social media post has grown into $1 million fund. Art Edwards spoke with the co-founder of the Black Resilience Fund.
When Cameron Witten co-founded the Black Resilience Fund, he was hoping it would get support from many in the community, but he never imagined something like this.
When I started this fund, I didn't start it with any inkling that we would raise $1 million or that we would build a team of over 300 active volunteers to provide real mutual aid for people.
It's an emergency fund that provides immediate resources to Black Portlanders. The fund has received thousands of requests. So far, they've used more than $200,000 to fund those in need, helping with things like rent, medical costs, and food.
The Black Resilience Fund is the Portland community showing up, saying that we do believe Black Lives Matter, and we're going to be here for our neighbors.
The donations come from individuals and from businesses like Great Notion Brewing. It's one of more than 24 Oregon breweries to take part in an initiative called Black is Beautiful. Brewers are asked to brew a special beer. A Black brewer in Texas started this effort to raise awareness to the injustices people of color face daily.
So Black is Beautiful was awesome, and it really spoke to us. We decided to brew an imperial stout with chocolate and marshmallows in it. Comes out next week. People can buy it on our new app, and 100% of profits are going to the awesome Black Resilience Fund.
Those receiving funds say it's given them some breathing room, kept them alive, and gave them joy. One person said the money was a blessing and came right on time. What started as a social media post has grown into a major fundraiser that will help thousands of Portlanders in need.
If you'd like to donate or learn more about this fund, you can go to blackresiliencefund.com. And from one good deed to another here, a group steps up to help sew and donate masks to first responders and those most vulnerable to COVID-19. They're known as the West Coast Handmade Mask Alliance. Since late March, they've donated 5,000 masks.
It all started with the Providence Hospital in Seattle area was calling for 100 million made mask to help with the health provider in the medical mask shortage. Within one day, we have more than 200 people join.
Now, these volunteers from Portland's Chinese American community are still hard at work, and they hope to donate 10,000 masks. Very cool of them to do that. Now, so much good is being done at food banks, too. One came up with a clever way to show what it takes to feed thousands of people every week. Volunteers made a video and called it Flight of the Food Bank.
My name's Linda Schlechter. I'm the director of Crossroads Food Bank. And we provide food boxes for any person that's in need in the Portland metro area. The Oregon Food Bank makes a delivery. We have 20 volunteers that will place the food on the shelves down in our food bank. We box typically between 300 and 330 boxes, and then we distribute them on Tuesday. We have 3 stations that are set up, volunteers that will be helping you fill out a form. Station 2, we have volunteers on both sides of the car, one giving out the food box, another giving out meat and dairy products. Your next station, you'll be receiving produce, bread, and then you'll be on your way. That takes all of about 45 seconds. Prior to the pandemic, you'd come into Crossroads Food Bank and you'd shop as if you were at a market. The people we're taking care of has increased dramatically. It's such a needed program right now. Even though they may have to stay in line a half an hour, they're all smiling and they're all saying thank you. We feel good just knowing we put a smile on their face and gave them what they need right now.
Now, some food banks only take certain types of donations, and there can be guidelines for volunteers, so you can find out more at kgw.com. And remember, if you have a positive story to share, you can send photos or videos with the KGW News app. Just scroll down to the Good Stuff section and click Submit Here. Fill out the form, upload a photo or video, tag your location, then watch for it on KGW. The Portland Thorns kick off the return of team sports in the U.S. and no fans, but an exciting opening at the Challenge Cup. We'll talk about it. And we've been asking about your happy place, a special spot in either your home or yard. And here's a few favorites as we head to break. Get to some more good stuff, rather. The Portland Thorns kicked off the return of soccer in the U.S., and they took on the North Carolina Courage in the opener of the Challenge Cup. Check it out. Saturday's match looked different from what fans are used to. It was in an empty Zions Bank Stadium in Utah. Players on both teams wore Black Lives Matter shirts. The game was on pace for a draw, but North Carolina did end up getting the win 2-1.
We're disappointed, but I think we're also hungry, and I think we've already been talking about what we can do better, and so we're going to be, a little down about this, but we're going to watch film, we're going to improve, we're going to train, and we're going to be ready for the next one. We're hungry, we're going to be ready to go. The Thorns will be back at it Wednesday when they face the Chicago Red Stars. Now, before kids got out of school, a PE teacher in Milwaukee had students moving. When the pandemic kept students from coming to him, he took gym class on the road. Our John Goodwin tagged along.
I exercise in my trampoline, I run around here, I ride my bike. Basketball, soccer, dodgeball, volleyball, blah, blah, blah.
Time is probably blurring together for kids and parents alike.
We did mountain climber, jumping jacks.
I love being able to interact with the kids and basically just seeing a smile on their faces.
Michael Rathman is the PE teacher at Christ the King Catholic School in Milwaukee.
Nice job, nice job.
The OSU grad began going beyond the virtual, giving students like Carter and Haley and Will and Jack some face-to-face interaction.
Our school is pretty spread out. I've been to Oregon City and north is Vancouver.
School parents can sign up to have Mr. Rathman come and lead a quick 10-minute workout.
I just drive to their house and they stay in the driveway, I stay in the street. Great job, relax. Lunges, ski jumps. We did surfer jumps today.
I'm glad that he can come over to our house to not on screens, but actually in real life.
He's made about 60 visits so far. It's something he loves to do for the kids.
All right, last one, dodgeball.
Good for the body and mind.
Have kids love being physically active so they stay active their whole life, and obviously the importance of physical activity is to get the blood flowing and get some stress relief.
And we've got more good stuff ahead. A musical collaboration between a musician and a dad with some very touching results.
When I watched his kids hear the song for the first time, and when I watched him listen to it for the first time, it was just emotional gut punch.
And you've got to see it. The program connecting parents and kids through music. And as we head to break, some photos of what you describe as your happy place around the house. Some good music helped create an emotional moment for a dad and his 4 kids. We first shared this last week, and tonight our Nick Bieber highlights the program that made it possible.
You're gonna be in the Lullaby Project. I was like, what? No way.
We can bring people together through music, unite them, we inspire. The Lullaby Project is an opportunity for us to do all of that.
With morning laughter.
Nick, the father of 4 who I met up with in December, he had basically written this beautiful set of ideas.
Parents are known to us through our partnership with Portland Homeless Family Solutions.
Because of you, I turned my life around.
And it's over several working sessions and many months that bonds are created between our singer-songwriters and those parents that we are closely working with, and it is out of that collaboration that lyrics are generated and those lyrics are put to music.
This year was my first time even doing Lullaby Project, so I wasn't sure what to expect. It was amazing to see people open up, and I opened up. They wrote a letter to their children. What do you want for your child?
At the center of it was this idea that they were his saviors. He says, my beautiful saviors. He felt like they had sort of wrestled him from the darkness. We talk about the power of music, but to actually see children understanding in a different way.
Beautiful saviors, beautiful saviors.
And there was no question to me that Nick's kids know how much he loves them. But watching that unfold in real time was really, really pretty spectacular.
Those are that father's words at the end of the day, you know, and I think it's so amazing for everyone to feel that ownership, that's his.
It's one of those things that we can do even during this time of COVID, is share the joy of music that is created through this collaboration.
Gave me reason.
When I watched his kids hear the song for the first time, and when I watched him listen to it for the first time, it was a just emotional gut punch to see what it meant to him and to his family.
Every day, a beautiful saviors, a beautiful saviors, a beautiful saviors.
We played again.
Can we play it again? Got chills from that. It's a beautiful song. We want to thank you so much for joining us, and please remember to keep sharing the good stuff. You can send your pictures and videos to the number on your screen. We're going to leave you with more photos of your happy place.